Today is all about dynamic automation, making your mixes more interesting and more exciting. Let's jump into it. Okay guys, so here we are in Logic Pro X, and the first thing I'm going to do is, here we have a drum kit and electric guitar. So let's take a listen to these. Okay, so the guitars, they sound good, but I want to make them a little bit interesting in the beginning of the guitar, when it first starts. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually do that with automation and to create dynamics. So we're going to jump into that right now. Alright guys, so the first thing I have to do is we're going to click on our track here, and the next thing I have to do is we have to open up our automation. So we're going to come up here and we're going to click on this little symbol. Now, as you can see, our whole entire track's changed now. Now, what I want to do is I want to make our first guitar here so that it actually fades in to the song. So it's not sounding like it does now, because listen to how it sounds right now playing. It just comes in right away, and I don't want that. So I want it to fade in. So how we want to do this is we're on volume right here, as you can see in the track. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to actually make it come in like where it starts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, and you can see this line here. I'm going to click on it. And as you can see, a yellow line popped up. Now what I'm going to do is click again, and a little dot popped up. Now, that little dot is how you're actually going to control your automation. Okay? So what I'm going to do next is, in the beginning next to that first dot, I'm going to make another dot. Now, what I'm going to do with that second dot I made is I'm going to grab that and I'm going to drag it. Now, as you can see, our lines here are moving. So I'm going to drag the first dot all the way down to the bottom here. Okay, so now, as you can see, I made an entire line that goes from the bottom of the track all the way up to the top. Okay? So now I'm going to explain to you how this actually works. Okay? Okay guys, the way volume automation works, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm actually using this automation so that when I play the track at the very beginning, where it starts here, you're not going to hear the guitar yet. So when I play this track, it's actually going to come in quietly, and then when it gets all the way up to the top here, where this straight line is, it's going to be at full volume. So take a listen. You hear that? Let me play it again for you. So if you take a look right over here at the fader, let me open up my mixer here. If you take a look at my guitar track here, let's go back to the beginning. Now watch this fader here. Watch what it does when I play the track. As you can see, it's moving the fader up. So what we pretty much did is we automated our track so that it brings up the volume of that guitar automatically. And that's what automation is actually automating your tracks to do different things throughout your mix to create dynamics so that you can actually have an exciting mix. So this is how you're going to make your mixes more exciting in your song. Your mix is using automation to create dynamics. I mean, people use automation all the time to actually fade tracks in. They also use automation to pan the tracks. They use automation to actually bring in filters automatically. There is a million things you can do with automation, and it keeps your mix interesting. So this is why automation is so important. Is because there's a million things you can do with it, and it keeps your mix interesting throughout the song. Because when you listen to a song, you don't want the song to sound the same throughout the entire mix, right? You want every single section to sound different so that it keeps the people who are listening to it interested. So listen to this again. See, as soon as I play it, the guitar is very soft, but as soon as we get to the top here, it's interesting, okay? Okay guys, so what I want to do now is talk about when you should be using your automation, like when you should start actually adding all of this stuff in, all this automation. Now, when you want to start is automation should be the very last thing you use when you're mixing. So when you're mixing, automation should be the very last thing before you export your mix and you actually post it and get it out there online. Automation is the very last thing to use. And the reason why it should be the very last thing you use is because when you're mixing, if you use automation, you're not going to be able to mix, because the thing is, everything is going to be moving around in your mix, on your mixer, and changing. And then you're going to be like, okay, what did I do? Why is this moving by itself? Or why can't I get that fader to stay there? Or why can't I get that pan knob to stay where I want it to stay? You know? So automation should be the very last thing. That's why you want to do it the last, because you don't want to make it be like, okay, this EQ is doing something I don't want it to do. So that's why you want to save it for last, okay? Okay guys, now, there is actually different types of using automation. There's different ways of actually adding it into your mix. Now, the way I just showed you is the easiest way to do it. Now, there's another way of doing it where you can grab your fader here and you can actually draw in your automation with the fader. Now, I actually put a poll out on my community page on the channel, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to do an automation series, and literally all of you voted that you wanted me to do an automation series. So that is one of the things that I'm actually going to be showing you guys in the next video. Is I'm actually going to show you guys how to actually draw with automation. So I'm going to show you guys a bunch of automation ways to create dynamics in your mix throughout this series, so you guys can actually use these dynamic tricks and to get your mixes to sound more interesting, fun to listen to, and it keeps people coming back for more, okay? So I hope you learned a lot today about what dynamics are and how to actually use automation to create these dynamics in your mix to keep your mixes interesting, more fun, and the best part about automation is it's fun to use, you know? So if you guys learned a lot today, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, guys. It really supports the channel, so give this video a big thumbs up. I want to see you guys smash that like button and get this video to 100 likes, guys, or even higher. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video. I know we can do it. Guys, we are so close to 600 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Today we just hit 568. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Your support is why I keep going and why I keep making these videos for you guys, because your support is the best. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep making great music, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.